In today's video, I'm binding a journal and then we're making 5 scrappy notebooks. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here and I'm ready to bind my journal. This is for the July Countdown to the Finish Junk Journal Challenge. We have several things that we are doing to finish journals that are in our stash, and one of the things is to bind a journal. I have this pansy journal. It is, there's 5 of them all together, but we've got this one left that needs to have a binding. And so let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull out some things to hold things down. I'm going to pull out my pokey tool. I already have the template, okay? But I'll go over how that was made here in just a moment, okay? So this is the last thing that I have to do for the challenge part, or for the elements. And I've already finished a journal, so this will put me at the finish. I am going to go ahead and this little one is a little, oh, maybe it was because of that. No, it's long. Okay, so this blue parchment is a little bit long. You can see that this already has things all in it. There's still things that I have to do to it. I'm going to put those to the side. We'll figure out where they go after. Okay, so I want to make sure, because I'm not adding anything extra to the edges of these, I want to make sure that my pages are all on the inside of the cover as much as possible. That one was definitely sticking out, so I pulled the whole thing out, pulled it out so I can just put it back in, and then I pulled the rest of it and put it to the side. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to want to do is go through and make sure that everything is in the right order, you know, facing up or down where it's supposed to be. So things like your ledger. Also want to make sure that anything that's already in here is out of the way. Okay, get an idea of where I want things to sit. So I like that right next to that. And so these 5 journals were started way back last year during the assembly line journal. I did finish my assembly line journals. Those were the butterfly journals that I did and had in my shop. I believe they're all gone. And so now I've gone through, everything is in its place. I'm going to make sure that this is where I want it inside the cover. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with these outside too, okay? Because I'm trying something a little different. Okay, so with those outside too, okay, and push that back in. Okay, so for my template, I have some graph paper. I've cut out a piece. This actually was cut for a book, so this matched the spine. But for a single signature, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you have a top to the bottom, okay? And so you're going to go ahead and fold it down the center, fold it side to side like that, and then you're going to take it and fold it up, and that's going to give you your very center point. Okay, so I have a center point there, and then I'm going to count up the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. Okay, and so then I'm going to put my mark there, and then I go a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I put my little mark there. Okay, so then I can go ahead and I do all 5 of them. So I go the other way also. If this was more than one signature, I would be marking which side is the top and which side is the bottom. I don't have to do that because we're just one signature. I mean, that's so many things. So I don't usually sew in signatures on my channel. I do it for Patreon, but we have sewing in a binding is one of the things we have to do this time to finish our challenge. So here we go. We're going to bind this, and then we're going to be making those 5 little notebooks. Okay, so I've got my pokey tool. I'm just going to poke it straight and hard right in the center. Sure I am. Sorry about that. I need to come over closer. Okay, and then I'm going to take and I'm moving my pokey tool around so that, let's fit that in there good. So that when I go to use my needle, it'll be easy to get in there. Okay, pokey number 2. If you have an awl, you can use that. If you have a book binding, I call it a manger. I don't know what it really is called, but to me it looks like a manger. You can use that. I don't have one. Okay. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and just mark my top on these other 3 because I think I can just go ahead and, because it's a single, okay, I need my thread. And you guys, I don't know anything about this particular thread. It was in my mom's stash and it had no writing. So I'm going to go about 3.5. I do that because I'd rather have more than not enough. And it gives me enough so that if I'm forget and not paying attention, I don't lose. Usually my thread won't come all the way through. Okay, I'm using one of these easy threading needles that I get at Dollar General. I just bought some more today. Okay, we're going to go down and through, come up and back. Okay, and those 2 already have something taken care of. So then we can go here and concentrate on this one and know that those holes are already through. Okay. Okay, so now we've gone down to the outside, into the inside. Now we're going back to the outside. Okay, then we're going to come over and we're going to come back through this hole right here. And I've just taken my middle finger and pulled the thread away on the other side here to hopefully keep it from catching, because you don't want your thread to catch. We're good to go there. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to pull my thread down here and put my needle through there, again trying to keep it from catching. Okay, so now we need another hole. Make it bigger, and there we go. This size needle is, for me, is perfect. So, and at Dollar General, these needles are back where the needle thread and usually by the laundry stuff, the back of the laundry stuff aisle. It's where I've found it in most of the Dollar Generals that I shop at. Okay, so I've gotten through all of those. I'm skipping this one. I'm going down and going underneath this right here. Okay, so I'm going underneath, and that is going to give me a chance to tighten everything, and it will hold it so I get a good bind. Okay, I get a good strong bind. I'm going to tighten it, but not too tight because I don't want to break any strings. Okay, then we'll go ahead, come down, and that journal is bound. Okay, it's in straight. Yeah. I'm like, that was too easy. What's going on here? Okay, so there's those. Now the next thing that I would do is I go through and I do what I call break the paper. So I'll go through and literally open each page so that when the person goes to use this, these pages are already happy and ready to be used. Okay, so that is my binding. Woohoo! And then I need to come in and put these where they go. Okay, so along with binding a journal today, we are supposed to make 5 little notebooks. 5 little notebooks. So I am going to start, and I need to have a junk base, okay? A junk base. Junk. So, you know, of course, we're going to want to use some of that amazing Atlas glossary paper that we've been using. Okay, and your notebooks can go in either direction. Okay, so if you want them to go in this direction, you can do that, or they can go in the up and down. In the up and down. Okay, so I'm going to do one that is this size. Okay. And I'm going to do a couple. I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. And then fold it in half again. Okay, so I can have one in that direction, maybe two in that direction. Just little notebooks now that you can have things that are heavier weight, lighter weight, featherweight. Let's see. I think we'll do this. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at our cute little pictures. Let's see if there's... Oh, I like this. I think I want that one. Okay, if I flip this up, okay, and then I can flip this down. And then I can take advantage of the names and numbers. We can do a matchbook style little notebook. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, then you want some scrappy things to go in them. Okay, so I'm going to do this scrappy. Okay, it gives me big scrappy and a little scrappy. And okay, and then I'm going to come over here, grab that, and come over here. Whoop, almost messed up. Okay. Okay, and now I'm just going through and finding what's hanging around that could be put into these little scrappy journal things. Okay. I'm cutting the quotes off this one. Okay, what else do we got over here? I've got a very small stack of junk because I've really gone through a lot of the junk. Okay. There's an envelope, card, some map, a privacy envelope, scrap of paper. Okay, this is hardware and parts. Okay, I'm gonna look here one more time real quick. Nope. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so let's start with this big one. We have this. Okay. we have this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this in a little more and give this side a flip too. Okay. Okay, so hopefully this gives you an idea. Okay, I'm thinking map in the middle. Okay, I like that kind of for the coverish kind of thing, I think. Okay, let's go that. Oh, that's our cover. Oops. Okay, let's go paper. This. And our envelope. And how am I going to attach our envelope? I think we're going to attach our envelope to, let's go out here. No, I don't want to, I'll attach it here. Okay, so it's going to attach there, and there's that, then our map. Okay, so that's our first one, the big one. Okay, and that's going to give us a scrappy notepad, and then we'll be able to go ahead and decorate it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, I don't see my pokey tool, so I'm just going to use this. Oh no, we're using a pokey tool. My thumb doesn't work, so that's why I use a pokey tool. Or a push pen, actually, is what it is. We're changing to an orange one, because I don't see the other one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, go through, and this time we're just gonna do 3-hole. Okay, I want to make sure that okay, this one you can start on the outside or the inside. I'm going to start it on the inside. Oh, did you see what I did? I just pulled it right off. I undid it, and I forgot to put the clips on. I'm just trying to hurry. You ever trying to hurry? Okay, so there's that, and then it can come up through the next one. Okay, and back down through the center. Now, some people will go all the way to the other side. This is how I like to do it. Back down through the center. Check my hole over here, make sure that it is open and I can see the light through it. Come back up. Okay. Now, you can go through and add pockets and all of that. With the main thing for this challenge this time is that you got the notebook made and that you've added at least 3 pages to it, okay? So it's still generic and ready to be added into one of your journals. If you already know where it's gonna go, then go ahead and finish it. But that is my just plain book style. Next, we are gonna go ahead and let's do this one, because I think this is going to fit. Nope, let's go ahead and give it. Okay, so you want to make sure your stuff is gonna fit. Okay, so there's that. That's going in there. Now, you know, I don't normally put things in the wrong orientation, but it's a scrappy notebook. It's okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and scrap all the way around this one. Okay, so that gives us 2 pages for that one. Okay, let's see about this one. I'm thinking we'll go, let's fold over and fold in. I like the flips and the flaps. When it comes time to actually use the journal, I really do like the flips and the flaps. Okay. Okay, and I think that that's going to be good. And then this one is just going to, it's going to have a little flip up there. So we need string. Okay, so we added our 3. You need to have at least 3 papers or 3 things done to it. If you're just doing scrappy notebooks bases, then you need at least 3 different papers inside them. Okay, you can at least hold it with one, right? Okay, so same thing, go through. You guys are gonna overdose on me binding things here. Okay, back through the center. And I highly recommend at least a 3-hole punch, because, or 3-hole pamphlet stitch, because it does hold things where they're supposed to be. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's so hot here. Okay. So I went out of order. I do still have to make the 2 wallet inserts, but I had the stuff for this right here, so I was like, okay, well, I'll do that first. Okay, you can tie a bow on the inside, or you can add cute little things to it. However you want to do. I'm going to leave it because I don't know where it's going to go. Okay, so here we have another one. This one just doesn't have the flip up. Now we can do something different here. Let's see. Yes, okay, okay. Okay, there's that one. You're too tall. Do that one. Checking the words. We're good. We're good. We can use that one. Scared me for a minute though. Okay, so let's see if I pull that, and this is map. And I can go ahead and pull map this way, pull a little bit of map that way. That can be in the center, and there's that. Okay. I thought I had some of the notes here, but I guess I don't. Go ahead and add some lemon here. There we go. Okay, so now this time I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this on the inside of this. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm under this, okay, and then I'm even, and then I'm going to go ahead and pokey tool, pokey tool, pokey tool. You could, well, we are binding. These little notebooks, it's all about binding them, you guys, okay? This whole part is binding. You're binding these little notebooks. That's the whole last thing on the list is we are binding. It is a challenge. Okay. But you'll be glad you have little notebooks ready to go. I think you'll be glad. Okay. And you'll see that you can just go ahead and make some of these when you get to the end of a journal. Even if you don't need them for that journal, you can go ahead and make them for the next one. I should have done it over further. Oh, you know what though? I like this. I like that that's hanging out there. Okay, so this flips up and these flip out. Okay, yeah, I do. I like that. Okay, so what is that? A whole 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have another matchbook and we have a skinny matchbook using a, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and okay, so I have the envelope here. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. And so, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and we'll be back and show you what we did. Okay, so we have our little matchbook one, and it's gonna go, since the words are in this way, it can go like this. Okay, so that one is ready, made out of a paint chip, and you could just use a little paper clip to close it, and I think that would be really cute. It could also make it so that you can go ahead and clip it into the journal that you're going to use it in. Okay, so next we have numbers. Okay, and this was the background for this was from the desktop calendar, and you saw that I went ahead and I used a DearJulieJulie digital in here. That is our swing into spring. And I think we need to go ahead and cut this. Again, I'm not worried about things like this right here because I'll fix that when it gets its home, if I decide it needs to change. Okay, and if I need to glue that down, all that kind of stuff we'll be able to do then. Okay, so that is numbers. Again, probably should get held with a paper clip. Okay, next is the one that you flip up and you flip all your stuff over. Okay, so you have the map and the words and the calendar and then the desktop calendar, and then this comes down, and I think again holding with a paper clip would be cool. Okay, next we have names, and this one it's just goes ahead and it flips up. It's a light one, it's just got the 3, but your lines are in order so that you can go ahead and put your names in, and there you go. Okay, next we have the big one, the first one, and it has, I think this one's probably going to be for the watermelon, but I'm not sure. And it has, this is the piece from the envelope where we used it, put it in on one side. Okay, so we have an envelope and salt and pepper calendar pages. So those are my 5 little notebooks, and here is the binding of my pansy journal, and the images are from fairies, flutters, and flowers. So there's fairies and pansies all through here. And so there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Getting to see me bind, I know, it's kind of silly, but a lot of times binding doesn't go that easy, and it's frustrating, and so I don't, I just do it for the Patreons now. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.